right.
Live and direct.
Live and direct. Mike Lewis.
Von Jones, Deacon Jones.
The Deacon Jones.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, we don't have Mr. Art Young with us.
Yeah.
Had to miss this week. Had some stuff going on, y'all. But
absolutely. We apologize, but we still gonna shoot these threes.
To shoot the threes.
Absolutely. You know.
The long way from half court.
From half court. As long as it's three. That's all.
As long as it's three.
That's all that matters.
Let's get into it, man. We obviously we got the playoffs going on right now.
For sure.
Some teams we didn't expect not to be there no more.
Mm-hmm.
The top two seeds in the East is out.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man, because a lot of everybody, all the big dogs. Go ahead.
I want you to do me a favor. Say that one more time.
The top two teams in the East is out?
1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean,
we ain't even talking about the Eastern Conference Finals, bro. And they gone. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I think just I don't even know. I don't want to say like it's money behind it, but I kind of feel like it is. I think it was just so pushed on us all season. Cleveland, Boston, Cleveland, Boston, Cleveland, Boston. But then, like, when you really sit back and look at it, when you really just stand, like,
well,
it was a lot of even towards the end of the regular season, you saw Cleveland start to get smacked around a little bit.
Boston,
they started to look regular.
Well, and you know, Boston would lose to anybody sometime. You know what I'm saying? They would lose to. We popped Boston. Was it in their house or was we at the crib?
We was here. No, we was in Detroit.
We got
but Jaylen Brown didn't play that game. But still,
we got him. We got him. Point. And I mean, I'm not going to discredit JT blowing out Achilles. That hurts. But y'all were already losing.
Yeah, they were down 7.
Yeah, y'all were already losing.
3 minutes left. So they probably was gonna go down 3-1 regardless of him being healthy or not. But
but I hate to see him take that injury.
That sucks.
When you saw that man, he was spinning like he was breakdancing. You know he was in pain.
Stupid.
You know he was in pain. That's serious pain.
That was rough.
Bro, it's similar like when Jaden broke his leg, bro.
Ivy,
you could hear you could hear him screaming.
Mm-hmm.
You could literally hear him.
It's very similar.
Crazy, bro. That's terrible pain.
But before we keep going,
yes, sir.
Into these playoffs, man, you know some crazy news that I was so excited about, man. Earlier in the week,
Michael Jordan.
I almost jumped out of, and nobody was around. I'm like, what? I couldn't believe it. He's back. He's back. So let's do this. I actually didn't have this ready. It was another song, the real intro for the Chicago Bulls.
We would have known the Chicago Bulls intro.
But you know, we go here. We go here, dog. Oh no, that's the wrong one, y'all. It's commercial. Hold on. Dang, too many people been watching it. Oh no, see, it just automatically went to the Chicago Bulls. It just automatically went there.
There you go. That's the music we need. That's a different time of basketball, boy. We're back. I will say this, right?
What's up?
With that music, it reminds you of a time of basketball.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
But it reminds you of this player that they had to come get involved.
What's that?
To say, well, let's just be real. NBA's numbers have not been right. We know they have. Their views have not been right.
It's down, dog. It's down.
They were supposed to be out of TNT last year. TNT doubled up and made sure they stuck around for Charles Kenny and them to keep their job.
I just don't understand why wouldn't y'all renew it? Like, that's a legendary show, man.
Well, it's because that is tied to ABC. You did what I'm saying?
What's that?
TNT, they in the same ESPN. They all in that lane. NBC ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
You don't think them boys should have went independent?
I'm not saying no. They
could. You don't just automatically throw them on ESPN with the rest of them. I don't know how I don't know how that's gonna work.
What I'm saying, they were on TNT. No. What I'm saying is they were on TNT. Contract obligated there. Mm-hmm. When the NBA go to NBC, they not a part of them contracts. NBC like we're gonna do what we want to do. Yep. So I'm hearing Jalen Rose and a few other people.
Carmelo Anthony, Jamal Crawford, Reggie Miller.
The NBC like we're not doing what anybody else did because they feel like we the OGs to this. We had it before y'all had it.
That is true.
They did. Before NBC had it, CBS had it. But like I said, that's a 90s time of basketball.
Oh, boy. Man.
That makes you think of Michael Jordan and his rings because that music was being played during them times. He was catching all them views during them times. For me, honestly, it's not more than just Jordan. I think of New York in the playoffs.
Knicks, Pacers.
I think of New York, Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing. I think of Gary Payton, Seattle,
Karl Malone, Utah.
Seattle coming back. They're no longer going to be the OKC. They are coming back.
They're going back. I thought I heard something about that.
Bro, I think they're going a little off subject. I think Dallas going to get moved to Vegas, bro. I really do.
It's because of new ownership? Or?
Yeah. That girl, that part of the reason why the trade was to prove that she didn't care. Mm-hmm. She want to go to Vegas. Dallas was holding on to Luka like, we want him.
That's
she's
true.
Like, I'm out of here. I'll trade him.
They all about casinos, though. They about that. They about that bread.
Yeah, they are.
They about that bread. But I don't know, man. I'm just, to me, man. I know you not the biggest Michael Jordan fan or whatever, however you want to call it.
I respect him. I'm not a fan, but I respect him.
He's just, for me, man. He's just the reason I started liking basketball.
And
that's just me.
But there you go. But see, you got yours right there. He's the reason why you started.
So,
and the same goes for the guy that I talked about.
For sure.
These are the reasons why, but I ain't mad at him. One thing that I give all the glory to the boy. I never will discredit what he did. We beat that boy 4 out of 5 times. When he beat us, he didn't lose no more.
I've always compared.
He didn't lose no more.
I know it's hard to hit that mark of where he was at, what he did in a short time. And I think that's why, in my mind, he's the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about when it's time to show up, when it's time to go to that next level, when it's time to up the ante, when it's time to push all the chips on the table. I don't care who you put in front of him. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you throw in the 2018 Warriors in front of him. I don't care who you put in front. I think he would have took him out. That's just me. And maybe I'm a little biased because,
because this is what you fell in love with it with.
Yeah, that's how I started, man.
And when we talk about that Mike and stuff for me, I remember I saw Mike in his come up. I remember Mike was just known as the jumper,
a scorer.
He was known before the jumper, the scorer,
dunker, yeah,
and the free throw line
athletic
champion.
Yeah.
He was known as that. He started being competitive 88, 87, 88 because they were just getting
he had to build muscle. He had to understand it takes much more.
Something we talked about last week. He had to learn how to share the ball. True. Pippen was his Rodman. I mean his Robin. It was his Robin. He Batman. That was his Robin.
And at the time, Doug Collins was his coach. He allowed him to take 40 shots.
He wanted to do.
Yeah.
Phil came in there and said, "We're not doing that."
Yeah.
Mike. Yeah. You gotta pass the ball.
Yeah. The triangle offense. But no, it's saving grace. You see the NBA needs this now. Mm-hmm.
It's about to be like a whole flip, and there's so much more money coming.
I ain't mad at it, man.
I'm excited about it for possibly bringing us back. Now I don't know how true this is, but I saw it on Facebook. I saw a stat where an article said Michael Jordan said, if Bron, he don't want to hear what I'm going to say, he probably should.
Ain't nobody going to hear what I want. Yeah.
But I don't know if Jordan going to just say that right away.
He not bro. No, he not.
It might not have been for real, man. But
to me, that goes for anybody. I dare y'all to try to say something to this man if he got something to say about your game or what you did that night. I dare you.
Him. It's specific for Mike like being who he is. He want to be the GOAT forever.
What you mean? What he is? He didn't have to want nothing. He didn't have to.
What I'm saying is
you
that
can just see it. You can see it.
Even if if there's a player that comes along and he's better while Michael Jordan's alive, listen to me. You got to listen. If there's a player that comes along
before he passes
and he's better than Mike not gonna give him that. He ain't never gonna
see. Now you trying.
Will Chamberlain didn't do it.
You trying to dip into his psyche? Like I don't think he liked that, man.
Get out of here. He didn't do that to Abdul-Jabbar, and he was better than him.
Look out! I'm not gonna do that.
Look,
I'm the type person, man. I might not be the biggest LeBron James fan, but I'm not stupid and I'm not blind. This man is one of the greatest basketball players we've ever gonna see.
But
I don't care what nobody says.
It's asterisk next to it, but he is definitely one of the best we've ever saw.
And my problem with him is this. You've allowed a lot of stuff to happen to the All-Star game, the way nobody cares about it, the way people just act. It's a free ball, a free weekend to do whatever you want to do. You came in street clothes and you took a picture with, like you was going, and you told the NBA hour before tip off, I'm not playing. Yeah. This guy's I'm sorry, and he never did a dunk contest. This guy is different, bro. He even the way he talks about ex-teammates, it's like they don't even know this dude no more. So I don't know, man. You know, AD gets traded in the middle of the night, and you don't know about it. You was celebrating at dinner because you did know you was about to get Luka.
You know, because they said that what's the boys, Markieff
and Marcus Morris.
He knew.
Well, talking on the phone. Yeah, Ron says he wants you to be part of the deal.
He knew.
Just to let you know, dog. Are you coming? Pause. Anyway,
I don't have no gripe. Yeah. I got certain gripes against Bron and flopping, but you can't pump fake like you didn't know. You are the number one guy over there. You knew.
The fact that you got your son,
you knew,
and got him a contract
without playing he played 2 college games,
dude,
maybe.
Listen, they say he wasn't even the top 3 best guard on his team.
He had them heart conditions, and he hardly played a week, hardly. But you got drafted in the NBA,
and they gave you $5 million. Hey, man, look. End of the day, if you want to operate how you want to operate, LeBron, that's your business.
And this is no disrespect to say Bronny ain't got no game. I think he'll be cold.
Oh no, I think he'll get cold.
But what I'm saying is the privilege came from what his daddy is. That's all, bro. That's all. Bron didn't got a silver spoon since he came to the league. He had a silver spoon before he came to the league.
Yes, yes.
He was on Sports Illustrated when he was in high school. The cover.
Yeah.
We don't nobody else has said they did that for.
That can go on, and you know we can talk about Tim Hardaway and his son, and Tim Hardaway. You can talk about Jalen Brunson. His dad is on the staff in New York. In the day, listen, if you already got in there before me, you can put a good word in for me. I'm your child. And if I have a little talent, help me out. I get it.
All of these other players you just said, sons had some decent careers in college, bro. They got drafted not because of who their daddy was.
That's true.
So it's a difference, dude.
But I truly think, I think we can agree on this, Jordan fan or not. It's gonna up the level of, I think, viewership.
It's gonna bring viewers back for sure.
Regardless how you feel about him, man.
People love him. I don't listen. Once again, as I've said before, I don't gotta like you to respect you. I give him his props. I ain't seen nobody with his drive ever in my life. I saw him go out and get it, and I seen him do it the way he did.
It's just his numbers,
his numbers. I'm a Piston, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, I love Jordan. Unfortunately, I was like the rest of us, and I bought his shoes. I bought them a long time too.
13 years with the Bulls, man. Let's just real quick. It's insane. 6-time NBA champ, 6-time Final MVP,
keep doing them.
5-time league MVP, 10-time all first team NBA selection, 9-time defensive first team selection, 10-time scoring champ. It's regardless how you feel about him, man. Whether you LeBron fan, Magic, whoever, Isaiah, whoever.
I just said I give him his props.
He's insane, bro.
I ain't about to go for all that. He was a great player.
Insane. We moving on. Let's go back to the playoffs.
All right.
Series that we know are already done. Pacers took care of Cleveland in 5 games.
Donovan, man.
Donovan is one of them cats, man.
Second round.
He's a constant second round exit.
Kills his ass.
McGrady had that early on in his career.
Did, but he didn't get far out of it neither.
He didn't.
He didn't, bro.
Donovan, to me, just he's I don't know if you can build around this guy, man.
No, I think he just needs to. I think Donovan needs to be your 3 or your 2 option. I don't think he needs to be your number 1.
And I'm gonna tell you something that bothered me. Tell me if I'm wrong. I understand that you are on the road. You're in Indiana. It's game 4. They go on an insane run to close the half. Insane. And you're down 41 at the half.
41.
I saw this guy doing warm-ups, and all he did was literally like a normal, I'm about to just kind of take a jump shot.
Who?
Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
And it looked like he kind of like something. And I'm like, dude, you faking it. The first thing, camera, I'm like, you're faking it. You know you're not going to win this game. You're down 40. The first thing I said, he's faking it. And he had to go back in the locker room and And I'm like, nothing twisted, nothing folded. You literally just kind of like you was about to take a jump shot.
You embarrassed.
And yeah, you were embarrassed. And my thing is, I think, see, stuff like that. You sold your team out. You playing roles, and you're not being truthful, bro. You get paid a lot of money to play a game.
Absolutely.
So whether you getting your behind kicked in like you were, you still got to come out and try. Because in the day, man, I didn't see people come. We didn't see teams come back down 30.
We've seen
in a quarter. I've seen it.
Things. We've seen incredible things, bro. As I said,
where's the heart, man?
Where is it at? The kill.
Are you the 10 man?
You don't have. He doesn't have the kill. He don't got it yet, bro. Yeah. And here's the thing: how long is it going to take? You've been in the league 8 years, and you've been to the playoffs a lot with 2 teams.
2 teams. I just for you to shoot 8 for 25 from the field, 4 for 13 from 3. I understand that your partner in crime, Garland, was something with his toe, whatever. But
elimination game.
He missed 3 free throws at the end of game.
Free throws.
5 that you could, and then he hit a 3 in the corner to cut it to 3. So y'all would have been tied had you made the 3 free throws. So I don't know. He just one of them cats, man. That's very talented, but I don't know. Does he have another gear? I don't know.
I don't believe he does, bro. I believe I believe once again, as I was saying to you before we started recording, Dominique Wilkins. You're going to get them numbers. He'll get you some numbers.
It look good.
It looks great. But when it's time, the playoffs is not the regular season. And some people just can't cut it on. Yeah. They can't. Donovan, one of them, bro. I hate to say it. And if you see this, sorry, bro. You should prove us wrong, man. Prove us wrong. But so far,
I didn't like the fact at the press conference when they lost, he kept talking about the media and y'all go talk about us and y'all go say, bro, that ain't even that. Why is it on your mind? I lost. This was Indiana was better.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of work to do. And this team is gonna come back better. Don't talk. Y'all just gonna write about us and write us off. What you sound soft.
Feminine energy. So look at what K did when we lost to New York. He was like, oh yeah, we're gonna come back better next year. We'll be better.
You ain't talking about the media and what y'all gonna write about us, and I don't want to hear it, and y'all just gonna put what?
Some people just got it, and some people don't, bro.
It's big dog county.
I just give you an example. All right, let's just say this: you swap Anthony Edwards for Donovan Mitchell. In Cleveland's in it. They in the East.
That's nasty.
If you did just them one players, if you just did this, Mike. It's a different turnout. And Minnesota ain't even getting to the playoffs if they got Donovan.
No, they're not.
I'm trying to tell you.
I actually agree with you.
So
I agree with you.
Donovan gives you some numbers, but it's just not enough.
And before we move on to the next series, one big takeaway. Just to let y'all know, or the audience know, if y'all watch this game or not. You're at home in a closeout game.
Man.
It's a closeout game. It's an elimination game. This is in y'all season.
Right.
They had a 19-point lead, bro.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
It was 44-25 in the second quarter. Halliburton commenced to go crazy. Now, not one time did I see Donovan say, "Let me guard him." Just like how Jalen Brown said, "I got Brunson." I didn't see Mitchell say, "No, switch." That boy they finished the second half on a 23-8 run. They cut it a 19-point lead to 4. That was a ball game.
When you got that kill, you see what you said, what Jalen Brown said about Jalen Brown?
Yeah, I got him.
Bro, when you got kill, I'm gonna call it. I don't know if you saw that. You ever saw that We Beat the Dream Team documentary?
Was it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Or no, HBO Max. I think.
Who was they talking about?
Grant Hill, Allen Houston, Chris Webber.
In practice.
In the scrimmage. They beat him. Yeah. Listen, Allen Houston was firing Mike up. The next day.
Look at you.
Listen,
I know you.
Just pay attention, man. Focus on what I'm saying.
Oh, Lord.
Just focus on what I'm saying. You breathing too fast.
That's the first thing you say.
He was killing Mike. But what I'm about to say is more important. Bro, will you stop protecting?
But I'm saying
this
a
man?
lot of they
stop
did.
protecting this man. Listen to the story. Listen to the story. As we talking about, Jalen Brown said, "I got Brunson." The next day, Mike like, who guard number 9? He talking about Allen Houston. Who got number 9? He said, "I got him." And he go back out there and he said, "You ain't getting that ball over your head this game." See why you groupieing them too much? You ain't gonna even let me give them props.
Nine-time off defensive first
Stop
team.
Stop groupieing them and let me get a
defensive player of the year award in 1988.
I'm letting me give him.
I ain't shot. I ain't shot.
Either way, what you was protecting for nothing. Moving on.
Minnesota, the Minnesota Timberwolves. They also got a break. If you, regardless how you look at it, Steph Curry goes down in game 1. They win in 5 games, bro. They win the next. Golden State gets game 1, but after that is.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Go ahead.
Steph there. It's longer, but it's still a loss.
For sure.
It's still.
I agree. I would have still gave Minnesota the benefit of the doubt.
I say 6 games though, 7 maybe. But if Steph didn't get hurt,
I gotta go on 7. That's just me.
If Steph didn't get hurt, 6 maybe 7. Depending on what. Did you see how man? Look. But that hammy, I called it 7 days off rip.
It's one of those things where Golden State, man, they just over the years, regardless of how you feel about that team, man, and I know they got 4 chips.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like as an organization, they didn't give Steph more. First of all, naturally, as a shooter, shooting jump shots as a guard, you normally win chips. It's a big man that carry.
Mm-hmm.
For y'all to have the greatest shooter of all time, you never gave him any low post threat.
No, man.
I just think you relied so much heavily on him being this just juggernaut of which he was, the greatest shooter we ever seen. They didn't give him more. I just think they could have gave him more, man.
Give him more, but he's still with that shooting core. They got 4 rings, man.
But I'm saying I feel like they should have more. Now if you got Draymond Green and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and they when they was coming up like they was, you threw in Durant and you got 2 with that group.
Not to mention
you just there never was a low post threat.
It wasn't. It wasn't the biggest.
You hung on to Kevon Looney for years, and
The crazy part is that they beat Brown in them that year because Brown couldn't handle the big. And who was the big?
The big for
Golden State, the first ring. Golden State got
Andrew Bogut.
Bogut, he couldn't handle Bogut because if you got somebody in the paint, it's gonna be a problem. I get you. They should have had some more low posts, but they gave a lot of money to their core, to Dre, Steph, Klay, and then you had to pay Kevin as well. You still got 4 rings, bro. I mean, I hear you, but at the same time,
no, I'm not. Listen, you're right. Maybe I'm being greedy.
They got 4.
They got 4.
Not many people can say that, bro.
You bring on Jimmy Butler at the trade deadline,
thinking it was going to replace,
thinking it was going to be like what you did for a little bit because the record I think there was 23 and 8
with
him.
It went up.
The thing in the playoffs is once Steph went out, this guy looked like he didn't know how to play basketball anymore, and that's scary to me. That looked like Miami Heat Jimmy Butler. I quit. That's the feeling I got
too. I hear you, but I'm gonna be real. Jimmy been looking old for a minute to me.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we just don't want to realize it.
He been looking old for like the past 2 years.
Yeah.
The last time we saw go crazy playoff Jimmy was when they got to
2020.
Yeah. That's the last time we saw that, bro.
That's true.
So I'll say that. But what he did in Miami is I'm sorry, I'm not respecting the fact that you just not gonna play with your team. Until I'm gone, we are a team. You know what I'm saying? I understand you're not happy or you crying to get out of here. But I mean, dude was wearing his hair colors of teams that he wanted to be traded to.
That was wild.
Come on, man. How Bam and I'm supposed to feel about that?
Yeah.
You on our team right now.
I agree.
That's what I don't like about Jimmy doing that. But yeah, Jimmy just looked old, bro. And he wasn't gonna give you if him and Steph and Draymond is there, they'll give you the scrap. But if you lose anything in that, ain't nobody there.
I just look at it like if I know my big dog is out, like
I'm gonna step up.
Like Jaylen Brown did in game 5 at home.
Mm-hmm.
I know my bro is out. I'm gonna go harder. He played better. He took more shots. Jimmy Butler has 17 points, man. 4 for 11 shots, and that's insane. I'm shooting 40 times. I don't care. I don't care.
These dudes is different.
I don't understand it, man. I can't get with that mindset. I can't.
I feel like when Steph went out, he like, we losing.
He automatically, it's like, I give up. And to quit like that, because let's be real. Let's just say hypothetically, and this is another thing, I can't take nothing away from Julius Randle because he was big in the series,
bro. He been balling,
and Draymond Green was guarding. He was
playoffs.
Giving it to him.
Triple double.
He was giving it to him. But the thing is, if I can go Jimmy Butler and I say, okay, Jimmy, you got to stop or try to contain Ant-Man.
Mm.
We got Podziemski. We got Moses Moody off the bench. We got Kuminga. I mean, outside of Ant-Man and Randall, I feel like I should still have a shot, right? You can't automatically think in your mind because Steph is not here, like we got to fold.
Mm.
I think to me, it was ways that they could have made that series more interesting, more compelling.
Jimmy could have played better. I'm agreeing with you.
It just felt like he just was like gave up.
I'm telling you, bro.
Whatever.
And I quit. And
Yeah.
he showed the I quit in Miami.
He did.
I got Phoenix color hair. Bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Jimmy pissed me off a while ago.
Yeah. So you done with him?
I respect this game, but I don't respect what you've been doing. So he's lost a notch with me.
Gotcha.
He has, for sure.
Let's go on to OKC and Denver. OKC and Denver is not up at 3 games apiece. Game 7 is tomorrow.
I'm telling you, man.
Unfortunately, Aaron Gordon has been diagnosed with a hamstring strain, maybe doubtful.
I think you messed up letting these boys from the Mile High get to Game 7. I think you did. I think if you had the chance to pop them out.
But what if there's no Aaron Gordon?
I ain't saying that he's not a big factor.
He is.
What I'm saying is they don't got an answer for Nikola Jokic. And if Jamal Murray start going crazy, we're in a Game 7. We got a chip. Now, no. OKC gotta fight Jazz because they're a running team.
Yeah.
And you at home. No matter where you're at, bro, people have to understand what and they started calling it this in Golden State. Your crowd is the 11th man, literally. Your crowd can help you in a major way. Like literally. I think the crowd shook Donovan at that 3-point line. I mean, the free throw line the other night. He missed. He
was at home though.
No, that's right. You're right. He was at the crib. I'm sorry.
That'll count.
He was. That. So sorry, Donovan. You don't get that. But the 11th man plays a difference. So OKC's crowd could play a part, and if OKC come out running, missing Aaron Gordon, so it could be a cripple. I hear you.
That's a huge blow, bro.
I hear you.
That's a huge blow.
But Denver doesn't have the same coach they had mid-season.
True.
And they still where they at. Adjustments, bro. If you can do it, we'll see come tomorrow. I just feel like OKC should have put them out their misery if they could have.
I mean, I just think this overall series to me,
it's been the most competitive one.
Outside of Game 2, yeah. But it's all about the others, man. We talking about games where you see Jalen Williams, who's an all-star this year, 10 points, 8 points.
Literally.
That's scary to me. That's a big red flag.
Getting put in that blender, man.
And I don't care what you say, Hartenstein gonna give you or Chet gonna give you. If this dude ain't doing nothing, y'all could be had. But I give him a bit of a doubt. They're going home.
That's crib.
Aaron Gordon, if he don't play, I gotta get an edge to OKC.
Okay, and I respect that.
I have to.
I still think veterans in veteran situations will do veteran shit. So, Game 7, I think Denver still might be able to pull that boy out. So we'll see.
If we can get Jamal Murray, if he had that type of game, if he give you 20, 25 points, Jokic got to go crazy. But
which
then without
has
Gordon,
been happening.
Michael Porter's his shoulder messed up.
What's the other the big boy that a white guy that's over there in Denver that'll be pulling off the oak? Is it Brown? Is his last name?
Christian Brown starts. The young guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, he's just a role player. He's cool, but they're on the road now, man. If I need you to step up,
if I need you to step up, if my team is playing a certain
he's been playing good this series though.
I need you to step up, and if once again, I'm gonna say it again, Denver lost a coach and a GM, and they still where they at.
Yeah.
So we'll see, bro. But I'm with you. So you got OKC. I got Denver.
Just because you're at home and they second. If Aaron Gordon don't play, I'm not putting that much on like my man, the young guy Strother. The guy scores 15 points, hits 3 threes, but he's at home. Yeah. Can you do that on the road? Can you do that on the road in a game 7? I don't know if you can.
If you got
putting too much on Murray and Jokic, it's too much.
It's all about veteranship. Yeah. You got to remember, he may not be the main key over there, but Russell Westbrook can be pesky in situations where you don't need him to be, bro. So, like I said, a game 7 elimination with a championship team is just a different breed, different coat. I look at it like Boston won that ring last year, but this season they did not play like champions. They didn't, bro.
They didn't.
Denver playing like we've been here before. No matter what's going on, we've been here before.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if they won it, but I would be if Aaron Gordon don't play. I'm putting.
I get you.
That's just where I'm at with this series, man.
Yeah, and if they get past them, if they get to the finals, hang it up. Denver got it all. I'm telling you.
Last one before we move on to the Pistons, man.
Let's go, baby.
The Knicks, they finished off the Celtics in six games. Of course, Tatum tears his Achilles, as we talked about earlier in game 4. They probably still was going to go down 3-1 because they was down 7 at that point with about 3 minutes left. I feel bad for Jaylen Brown, man. And not just because of the contract he got. When you the Robin, he's not really a Batman. I know they try to make it seem like he is because he won an MVP last year, but he's not really a Batman. What you saw last night, this man fouled out, man.
He did in the third quarter,
and his coach left him out there. And my thing is, like, dude,
because they didn't have no choice.
I understand, but like, dude, you gotta take him off. He fouled out in the third. That's crazy. Yeah. He only had 20 points, bro. Yeah. You know what the rest of his team gave him, bro? No. Al Horford had 10. Nobody else had double figures. In game 5, 7 threes from Derek White, 34 points. This man had 8 points. Drew Holiday, 4 points. This is the highest payroll that you might ever see in basketball history. $493 million if you don't count Al Horford or Luke Cornett. That's insane.
Completely insane.
So some of these GMs, man, they get so caught up in we want a chip, bring everybody back. That might see that type of thinking will burn you. It's the same thing happened with the Hawks back a couple years ago when they made to East Conference Finals. It's the same thing. Same thing I don't want the Pistons to do.
Yeah.
You cannot bring everybody back if you want to get better. I don't think you should do that.
You ain't gonna be able to. We moving to the Pistons now?
I guess my thing is this, man. When you talk about Porzingis, Holiday, and Derek White, these guys are. It's just outside of Tatum and Brown. These guys are all early mid-30s. It's over.
I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Al Horford's 39.
Old.
I don't even know how they can dance around these contracts. Ain't nobody want to pick up all that money off even one of these guys.
You got here because you built the team strictly on shooting,
and you thought it was going to be a longer run.
You thought it was going to be enough.
Yeah,
it's not enough because guess what? Some of these bums will go cold. Okay, and this is just the truth. And JT and Jaylen Brown, neither one of them are Batman, bro. They not.
I guess I ain't think about that.
They not, bro. You got 2 teams. You got a team with 2 good sidekicks and a good supporting cast. Because JT not call yourself Green Mamba and yell Kobe and get blocked. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm not trying to shit on JT because he's a good player and I hate that he just got hurt. But what I'm saying is him and Jaylen Brown, neither one of them are mass murderers. Y'all got that ring because y'all can outscore everybody.
That's true.
Period.
And they got over because Dallas don't have defensive guys. You was going against Luka and Kyrie. That's kind of easy work.
Put that team against these Knicks that's playing right now, and you lose. Yeah, it's the truth, bro. Agree. For real.
I agree.
And I ain't saying it like I'm a Knicks fan. Believe me, I'm upset still that they beat us, but we set the tone.
Yeah, it to me. it brought out something in them.
It did, and it's working.
And they're hanging on to it.
And they might have their first ring since '73.
They might.
But
if I put my money on it, if I got to say who I'm going to take Minnesota, New York. I'm sorry, Minnesota, Indiana. That's my finals pick.
That's what I'm gonna say. I think it's going to be Minnesota, New York.
Okay.
And if it's Minnesota, New York, think about that. Julius Randle Towns
going against the old team. Yep. It's interesting, but the only reason why I say Indiana, man, to me they have a better overall team, top to bottom.
Nah, be real, bro. Indiana been playing the best basketball in the NBA since March.
Yes, since February.
Yeah,
February.
Maybe February. They have, bro. So, just being real, Indiana been hooping. So
I'm a big fan of that Rick Carlisle, too, ex-Piston coach.
Oh, you know I love Rick Carlisle.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about these pitchers, man. Off season for the Pistons now. They've been out. They've been out for 2. Go ahead.
How about this? When we had Rick Carlisle, Bill Davidson go to Joe and say, "I think you would get rid of him." Joe said, "I'm not getting rid of Rick Carlisle. You crazy? Get rid of Rick Carlisle unless you give me Larry Brown."
Larry Brown was available.
What did Bill Davidson gonna do? I'm telling you, he the reason we got Darko too. Joe get blamed for that, but that was Bill Davidson.
I think it's I don't know if this is gonna happen with JB Bickerstaff. He's a hell of a coach. Don't get me wrong. He brought us out the cellar, but I'm hoping that next year it'll be better for JB in some of the situations that he's caught. Some of the moves that he's made was kind of questionable. And I hope he's gonna be there if we're gonna take the next step. But I hope that we don't have to do that to him. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I don't think so.
It's just some of the moves he made during the playoffs was kind of.
He took trash and made it treasure, man.
He did.
Cade was the shining star here.
He was, man.
14 games. So, but yeah, we can't. If the Pistons, you can't re-sign Tim Hardaway, Schroeder, and Beasley. You can't do that. That's not it.
I guess in order to keep up the trajectory of this team, what we saw in the playoffs, we were exposed. I don't care what you say. You saw Tim Hardaway shoot
terrible
30% from 3. He was scoreless for a game.
Yeah.
Beasley was 8 for 34 from 3. Before his game, that game 6 blow up when he had 6. And then he dropped the ball when it was given to him and he could have tied the game up. So Schroeder to me is limited. He's a very good on the ball defender, but it's a reason why hasn't had a big contract outside of Lakers giving him one a few years back. So if they want to keep on progressing, these are some guys that I've looked at that's been written about over the past week.
Okay.
Naz Reid's number 1.
He's number 1 on this period.
The only thing is he has a player option to stay in Minnesota for $15 million. If he decides to turn that down, we can actually get him with around $25 million if we, give, I think, Beasley the mid-level exception. He averaged, what was this? He averaged 14 points per game, bro. 46% shoot from the field, 37% shoot from 3. 6 rebounds. He's 6'9", 7'3" wingspan. So that's another element that we don't have. Stewart can't do that. Durant can't do that. You can start him. You can bench him.
He gonna be a 4. He gonna come out at that 4.
But I'm saying you can go however you want to do it.
It can make a difference.
Huge difference to me. And I know they had that little scrap, that little scuffle.
That the crazy part.
And I hope he don't hold that against us. But
that might be though.
Might be the reason why he don't want to come.
I promise you,
that's crazy though.
And
but you might be right.
Look at where Minnesota at right now. Yeah, they get that chip. He ain't coming.
He not coming. You're right. I agree.
He ain't coming. But I wouldn't mind having him.
No,
low price, not at all.
The guy's 26. He's right on the same timeline as everybody else.
Put him with. Listen, okay. Let's just say. Let's think about this. You got JD at the 5, him at the 4, Asur at the 3, Ivy at the 2, Cade at the 1. Your bench. Let's say your bench is Schroeder at the 1, Beasley at the 2, Ron Holland at the 3, Tobias at the 4, Beef Stew at the 5. We're really gonna run. You're in trouble if we can pull that off.
That's filthy.
But this is what I'm saying. When I'm talking
That's
to Cat,
filthy,
bro, Mike. When I'm talking to Cats at the barbershop, Jaden ain't do nothing like that. He can't shoot.
Are they serious,
bro?
He shot it 40% from three before he got hurt. What are they talking about?
I said dog was 18 to 20 points
on
extra
catch and shoot from three. He shot 40.
Literally,
no, they don't know what they're talking about.
You see, when you don't watch the Pistons, don't talk to me about it. You ain't been watching. Literally, you ain't been watching.
I don't like, again, I don't know. Like you said, is that little scuffle between us is the reason why he don't come. I get it. But if he gets here, bro,
it's a major difference.
That's,
if he does.
That give us a lot of flexibility in how this offense going to look.
What you think about Bobby Portis?
I'm moving on. That was my second player. Mm-hmm. Bobby Portis, he also has a player option, though. Mm-hmm. $13 million. Mm-hmm. To me, this is the one I think most likely could happen for Detroit. Mm-hmm. Dame is out with Achilles. Giannis already expressed, y'all. He
about to get out.
His mind is moving in 100. So Bobby Portis, I might as well leave too.
Gonna get exploded.
No, it's over. Yeah, it's over. This man is 30 years old, still in his prime. 6'10",
still got some game.
Average 13.9,
scrappy.
46% from the field, 36% from three.
He fit right in with the ruggedness of Detroit.
I mean, his career, he shoots 38% on his career. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I think this is the best shot to kind of solidify us as a real team because he can pull you outside and he can score inside.
He's just another option you'd have to worry about.
I like the way he conducts himself on the court. His character seemed like a Piston.
Scrappy.
He's not gonna take. He gonna talk smack. It's gonna fit right in with this team.
This is what we are, bro.
So, and JB Bickerstaff is like that.
Which is to go with what you said earlier, which is why I think he can get it done. Mm-hmm. He just need the right pieces, and you got to remember, this is his first season. He's filling out what he got. You feel me? Filling out what he got and what need to happen.
I think trading is like, I'm gonna give y'all one more year before I do something drastic. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get y'all one more shot before I say, Ivy, I ain't gonna resign you. During I ain't gonna resign. So we gotta see.
But I will say I like what he said about Ivy. He said Ivy went up and above where he was.
He's a good human being, a good teammate. He's the hardest worker in the room.
And he's not gonna let him go.
Yeah.
No.
I think he will bring him back before he bring Durant back, in my opinion.
Yeah, when it comes to them too, possibly. Yeah. I might have to agree with you. But Ivy gotta have a good season to do that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Next guy. And this is not everybody I saw. This is some guys I like. I think would make sense. Santi Aldama.
I saw his name.
From Memphis.
I saw his name.
Now, he's restricted free agent. So we would have to match, or they would have to, his team would have to match. But this dude, man, he's 24.
Very young, bro.
He only made $3.9 million. He averaged 12 points, 48% from the field, 36% from three. In just 25 minutes.
Man,
this guy to me,
you might be able to get him 10 million.
I think just to change the scenery. A lot of guys, man, they just got to get up. I don't think they get used right. I don't think they get enough clock. Mm-hmm. I don't think they got enough respect for where they at. Mm-hmm. He's one of them guys to me, not to take nothing from Zach Edey, but I think, some games where they had Santi in there a little longer, or maybe he would close the game. Like, because Zach, that's it's give your team a different look. Jaren Jackson stay down low. I'm gonna pull you on the outside.
I love that boy, Jaren Jackson.
I don't know, Jaren Jackson. He disappointed me, man.
I like him, man. I do.
For you to win a defense player of the year, and if you look as bad y'all did against OKC, that turned me off, bro.
He shouldn't have won defensive player.
He shouldn't. But if that's what you,
boy in Atlanta, man, Dyson Dane.
They gave it to Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
I just think Santi, man, he's one of those guys that's underrated, man. He's kind of getting into his own. Him being young, same time as everybody else, 24 years old.
I think he's young. He's active. Mm-hmm. And you may not have to break the bank to get him.
No.
So he's a silent piece to look at as well. Everybody you've named could slide in here.
And I just think, a lot of these guys.
Pause.
I'm
talking about to that slide. Yeah. Gotta get that out there.
But no, I mean, I would look at that situation in Memphis and think, you know what? Let's try something else.
They could possibly explode too.
They I feel they had a window and they missed it.
And they moved it. It's gone.
So at this point,
yeah.
And even and I like John Morant. He's
a
talent.
I do.
But I think he's a head case, bro.
Listen. Not only is it just that he's a head case, bro. John Morant want to be something that he ain't.
Yeah.
And it irritates my soul.
And you've progressed to make it to the National Basketball Association.
Yeah.
You have blown endorsements.
Yeah.
Nobody want to touch you, bro. Pause.
Yeah.
I just
think different if you was from that way, but you're not from that way.
But even if he is, I can't do this no more, y'all.
Yeah,
if y'all my mans, I gotta stop.
I'm in the league.
I'm in the NBA.
I'm in the league.
I can make millions upon millions not doing that stuff. So you gotta
learn to do the separation, man.
It's a lot of teams that's gonna have a lot of fallout, I believe. Gonna be trying to get rid of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be people we probably ain't even gonna discuss that end up here.
Could possibly be here, yeah.
Another guy.
Just don't go sign them 3 again, please.
Don't, yeah.
Please don't.
Another guy, man, I didn't think about. Caris LeVert.
Caris LeVert.
He played at Michigan.
Oh, you played with Tim Hardaway.
Yes, sir. He's going to be 31 to start the season next year.
Who cares? A 3 or you 4?
He can play the 2 or the 3. He's 6'7".
Yeah, he's 3. Yeah.
He is an unrestricted free agent, so he can just come here and just kind of figure out what he want to do if he want to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He averaged 12 points, man. He shot 37% from the 3 in 24 minutes. He obviously went from Cleveland to Atlanta at the deadline.
Yeah.
I don't know. I look at him like this. If we lose Beasley, if we lose Schroeder, he's perfect.
Yeah.
He's perfect.
Is he gonna come off the Oak though?
He came out the Oak for Atlanta, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't start that, did he?
No.
Yeah.
If you bring him and Holland in and Sasser or
what
Tobias,
they gonna do with that? What you think they're gonna do?
Sorry, Sasser, he's still on a contract with us, man.
He's a rookie contract.
So I feel like this. If they bring back Schroeder, he's definitely gonna be on the bench. Yeah. He's not gonna get any time unless somebody.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you bring back Schroeder, Sasser's not getting no time.
He's not getting no cut. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. I just look at it like it's a lot of options, man. It's this last guy. Steven Adams. Steven Adams. This is my dog. For real, this is my dog. I know he's 32.
He old.
He my dog, bro.
But you might be able to get him for
you get him, bro. He's 6'11", 7'5" wingspan. Shot 54% from the field, 5 rebounds.
I've always liked Steven
Adams. Bro, he was only getting like 13 to 20. Dude, he would be the biggest Piston if he came over here. Pause. Listen, he if you replace him with Paul Reed, that's huge.
You need to.
Take out Paul Reed, put in Steven Adams on this team.
Yeah, you need
to.
Lord. You need to.
Oh, Lord.
I would say if you don't go Adams, I would like to go Andre Drummond, like I said before.
You go back to Drummond.
Snatching boards. But if I could get Steven Adams for nothing, he old. So if I can get him for league minimum or whatever it may be.
He's also unrestricted.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. Last guy, honorable mention.
Okay.
Who's been heating up because of Bill Simmons on his podcast. Jonathan Kuminga from Golden State.
I'm scared of that though.
Really?
Yeah, because it's inconsistent, bro. Is it
inconsistent when your coach you missed 30-something games, 31 games because you was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But then your coach just out of nowhere benches you. You don't play in the playing tournament. You missed the first 3-4 games of the first round. He tries to throw you in when he needs you at the very end, like you're gonna be a savior.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a story. This is why he benched him. Steph was trying to run a play.
Mm-hmm.
Kuminga was like, whatever. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's that young guy mentality.
It is.
Forget the play the coach said to run. Our star player said to run. I'm gonna do this. So if that's true, I can get why Steve Kerr, and I think that relationship there is broken.
Probably.
To me, when you talk about this young guy, he's 23. This dude in 26 minutes average 16 points a game.
Jonathan Kuminga,
I think he can go. I think if he got more touch,
put some buckets up.
Yeah.
He did. The only thing I'm scared of is that you ain't what we need.
You sure?
Because
he can play the 3 or the 4. I don't know, man.
But once again, I just feel like it's inconsistencies. Even before he was hurt, it's inconsistent. If I put it to you this way, I wouldn't pick him over any of the other players that you said.
We mentioned. Okay.
Yes, and
I agree with that. I
wouldn't, bro.
I agree with that.
I really wouldn't.
I agree.
The other players will fit here
right.
so perfect. Bro.
You're right.
Kuminga gonna come with a problem. Yeah, and JB ain't buying that. JB run this team, literally. You see him on fire on that court.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Again, we don't know which way this all season's gonna look. This is a new front office. Obviously, we have trust in them because of what they did to bring in the vets that they did in one season. I got to get him the benefit of the doubt. He can do it again.
Absolutely.
So until he proves otherwise, I'm going to roll with Trajan Langdon and JB Bickerstaff.
Everybody yelling, we need it. But where were you when we won 14 games? You didn't even think we were going to be a trash can.
ESPN had us at 25 wins or less.
Bruh.
So this is a big all season for the Pit. This is going to show me whether or not either we serious about trying to take the next step. Obviously, when you see Cleveland losing the second round early in 5 games, and now Tatum is hurt, the East going to look different.
Everything that's going on in the East, the Pistons need to be watching.
Yeah.
The team that we gave the most hell is the ones who are in the Eastern
Conference Final.
We should have beat them. So we could have beat everybody else. They need to focus on that. That's the biggest thing they need to focus on, bro. Boy. Man. I think it's gonna be nasty next season, bro. I think that Trajan is going to. I think the biggest thing for me is Jaden Ivey.
Oh man, if he come back right,
Jaden Ivey.
That could put the rest of a lot of people's. Yep,
it's gonna change it because when him and Cade was playing, bro, they was becoming one of the most dangerous backcourts in the league, bro.
And you could sit Cade, have Ivy. You could sit Ivy, bring Cade.
They was doing it. They were doing it. Now think about that with one of them players that you said, and if we keep Schroeder, man, stop.
Yep.
Or if you get one of them players, you keep Schroeder and Beasley. Maybe he shoot better, but you need to give Beasley. If he got $7 million last year, you need to give him $8 million. Because he really upset me with what he
could take the mid-level exception, which we have if he want to.
And he went to Trajan and asked him, "Sir, please don't trade me."
Yeah.
So you want to be here.
We about to see, man. This is about the interesting. Like I said, this gonna show us a lot about what they play. Even during his press conference, Trajan said, "I'm not about to show my hand. I want other teams to know what I'm thinking.
I'm not gonna show y'all what it is."
So we gonna see that first big move. We not gonna know until what June, around late June. They can try to sign or talk to free agents, and then I think July 6th is when they can sign. So we ain't got that much time left, man. A little over a month.
Yeah.
But we
need to see what it is.
Playoff times is here, man. The Pistons off season, so I hope y'all keep rocking with us on We Got Next.
Absolutely, please do. So what we got? Indy and Boston coming soon.
Indy and Boston game 1 is Wednesday, and I don't know the Western Conference lineup yet because Game 7 is tomorrow for OKC and Denver.
That's Sunday, yeah. So you know that if it's Sunday,
it's probably gonna be Tuesday or Thursday,
maybe Thursday or Friday, low key. Yeah.
All right,
you know. Last few teams, they're going to stretch it out.
Yeah, because the finals will start on June 5th.
Bro, and the finals is like one game every 2 weeks. So you already know.
Facts.
But yes, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. We got next,
everybody. Thank y'all.
Y'all have a good one.